Hi everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to solve this question. This question is based on the topic continuous random variable. So in this question what it is given to us, so let's suppose the diameter that is measured with the help of capital X, where X is a random variable and it is a diameter of the electrical cable assumed to be a continuous random variable with the probability distribution function this over the values of x from 0 to 1. First thing is we need to verify that this function is the probability density function. Second, we need to find what is the CDF of the random variable x, and then we need to compute the value at 1 by 3. Third, we need to compute the probability under these conditions. And lastly, we need to determine the value of k, for which the probability when the random variable is less than k is equal to the probability when the random variable is greater than k. So one by one, let's answer this one. According to the first part, हमें क्या वेरीफाई करना है, क्या ये फंक्शन प्रोबेबिलिटी डेंसिटी फंक्शन है या नहीं. So we have two conditions. First condition is fx is greater than equal to 0 for all values of x. In general हम x की values क्या लेते हैं, that is from minus infinity to infinity. But ये जो function है ये defined है from 0 to 1. It means minus infinity to 0 the function value is 0. Even from 1 to infinity the function value is 0. नाउ चेक करो क्या ये फंक्शन हमेशा ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 0 रहेगा इस रेंज में. x इज इक्वल टू 0 पे फंक्शन क्या है 0, x इज इक्वल टू 1 पे क्या है अगेन 0. नाउ चेक इट, क्या कोई ऐसा पॉइंट मिल रहा है x का फ्रॉम 0 टू 1 वेयर इट इज गेटिंग नेगेटिव. सो आंसर इज नो. So it means this function is obviously greater than equal to 0 for every value of x belongs to the interval 0 to 1. Second condition क्या है, integration from minus infinity to infinity f of x is equal to 1. Now let's check it whether this condition is applicable in this case or not. So here this interval minus infinity to infinity is divided into three parts, that is minus infinity to 0 plus 0 to 1 plus 1 to infinity. So what is the function in this case? That is a 0. Function over this interval, that is f of x, और f of x की value क्या है 6 into x 1 minus x dx. Function from 1 to infinity, that is 0. So this integration is 0, even this integration is 0 because the functions are 0. And we need to check it whether this is equal to 1 or not. Let's take the left hand side. According to the left hand side, integration from 0 to 1, 6 into x minus x square. So 6 is outside. X integration is x square by 2 minus x square integration is x cube by 3. Limits are from 0 to 1. Let's first simplify this. This is 6 into 3x square minus 2x cube divided by 6. Now 6 is get cancelled with 6. What function we are getting? 3x square minus 2x cube. Substitute the upper limit. When you substitute upper limit, we have 3 minus 2 minus lower limit, that is 0. So this is equal to 1. As this integration is equal to 1, so we can conclude that fx is the probability density function. Taking the second part, in this case we need to calculate the CDF of x. But before that I will just writing what is the integration of 6 into x into 1 minus x we have computed, that is 3x square minus 2x cube. So ये function हमें बार बार integrate करना होगा, that's why I have mentioned the general integration here. Now we need to calculate the cumulative distribution function that is represented by capital of f of x. where x is a random variable and it is calculated with the help of this probability density function. तो ये कैसे कैलकुलेट होता है? सबसे पहले हम x की वैल्यूज लिखेंगे, दैट इज जनरली फ्रॉम माइनस इन्फिनिटी टू इन्फिनिटी, और ये फंक्शन डिफाइंड है 0 to 1 से. इट मीन्स ये जो x की वैल्यूज थी माइनस इन्फिनिटी टू इन्फिनिटी, ये 3 इंटरवल्स में डिवाइड हो गई है. मीन्स व्हेन x इज लाइज बिटवीन minus infinity to 0, then x lies between 0 to 1, then x lies between 1 to infinity. So we will get 3 values according to intervals. Now how to calculate this? F of x क्या होता है? That is the probability when random variable values are less than or equal to x. That is also written as minus infinity to x f of x dx. So first case क्या है? When x lies between minus infinity to 0. Minus infinity to 0 function क्या है? 0. 0 की integration 0. So in general, whenever we are computing the CDF of any random variable, और अगर आप given values of x के left side पे cumulative distribution function calculate करोगे, that is always 0. क्यों? क्योंकि वहां पे probability 0 है, तो total cumulative probability भी 0 आएगी. Now take the second case when x lies between 0 to 1. How to write the cumulative distribution function? F of x की जनरल फॉर्म क्या कहती है? That is the integration from minus infinity to x f of x dx. फर्स्ट केस में x की मैक्सिमम वैल्यू क्या थी? 0. सो उस केस में सिर्फ एक ही फंक्शन था. यहाँ पे मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ x क्या है? 1. लेकिन स्टार्ट कहाँ से करना है? माइनस इन्फिनिटी से. इट मीन्स हमारे पास अब दो डिफरेंट फंक्शंस आ रहे हैं. वन इज फ्रॉम माइनस इन्फिनिटी टू 0, सेकेंड इज 0 to 1. So we will split this integration as minus infinity to 0 plus 0 to x, not 1, because यहाँ पे x की वैल्यू फिक्स नहीं है 1, that is in between 0 to 1. So यहाँ पे कुछ भी हो सकता है, it may be 0, 1 और anything. और आप अपने माइंड में याद रखो, जब भी आप क्यूमुलेटिव डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन फंक्शन कैलकुलेट करते हो फॉर द कॉन्टिन्यूस रैंडम वेरिएबल, लास्ट इंटीग्रल की अपर लिमिट हमेशा x की फॉर्म में होती है. So here function we have 0, and in this case it is a 6x into 1 minus x dx. So integration of 0 is 0, and इसकी इंटीग्रेशन हमने इन जनरल कैलकुलेट कर रखी है, that is 3x square minus 2x cube. Lower limit is 0, upper limit is x. Substitute this, we have 3x square minus 2x cube. So in this case, the cumulative distribution function is 3x square minus 2x cube. Now calculate cumulative distribution function when x is greater than 1 to infinity. So when x is greater than 1, how to calculate the cumulative distribution function? Again we will use the same formula, minus infinity to x f of x dx. So यहाँ पे maximum value of x क्या है? Infinity. So it means ये जो interval है minus infinity to infinity, that is divided into 3 parts. So therefore we are going to divide this into the 3 integral. One is minus infinity to 0, second is 0 to 1, and the third is 1 to x. The last integral upper limit is always x. What is the function value here? That is 0. And in this case, 6x into 1 minus x dx. Here 0. So this value is 0. This is also 0. And what is the integration in this case? That is 3x square minus 2x cube. Lower limit is 0, upper limit is 1. Substitute these limits. What we are getting? That is 1. It means here we can write 1. So here the key point is, defined range की लेफ्ट साइड पे क्यूमुलेटिव डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन फंक्शन हमेशा 0 होगा, एंड डिफाइंड वैल्यू ऑफ x की राइट साइड पे क्यूमुलेटिव डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन फंक्शन हमेशा 1 होगा. क्यों होगा? दैट डिफाइंस द टोटल प्रोबेबिलिटी. टोटल प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या होती है? दैट इज 1. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर गेटिंग 1 here. So there is another part in this case, that is compute CDF at 1 by 3. As we have calculated the CDF for every value of x, so here we can calculate f of 1 by 3. It means we need to compute integration from minus infinity to 3 fx dx. But here we have the general form. आपको बस इतना ऑब्जर्व करना है ये 1/3 किस इंटरवल में लाई कर रहा है. इट इज लाइंग बिटवीन 0 to 1. So we are going to use this function to calculate this value. That is, instead of x we will substitute 1/3. So यहाँ से हमारे पास क्या आया? 3 into x square. It means 1/3 whole square minus 2 into x cube, that is 1/3 cube. This is equal to 1/3 minus 2/27. So take LCM in the next step. That is equal to 27. Here it is a 9 minus 2. That is equal to 7/27. It means the CDF at x is equal to 1/3 is equal to 7/27. Either use this function to calculate the value at 1/3, or you can calculate the integration from minus infinity to 3 of the function with respect to x. The next part is compute the probability under this condition. ये कैसी probability है? This is the conditional statement. And how to write this probability? Probability of A conditional B, that is calculated as probability when A intersection B divided by probability of the B event. So apply this formula to get this probability. According to this one, what we have, this is equal to probability when x is less than is equal to half intersection when x lies between 1/3 to 2/3 divided by probability of this, that is 1/3 to 2/3. Now how to calculate this? In general हम probability A to B कैसे calculate करते हैं? That is calculated as integration from A to B fx dx. So before applying this formula, first we need to calculate this. So here what we have, let's suppose this is 1/2 and 1/3 is on the left side of this and 2/3 is on the right side of this. Because it is a 0.3, it is a 0.5 and this is around 0.6. According to this inequality, x less than is equal to half. It means we need the values on the left side of half. For this, x lies between 1/3 to 2/3. What is the common part? That is this. It means in numerator we can say that we need to calculate the probability when the random variable lies between 1/3 to 1/2. In denominator this is as it is. Now either you can include the point or exclude the point. It is not going to impact this integration because at a point the integration is 0. So this is calculated as integration from 1/3 to 1/2 of the function dx divided by integration from 1/3 to 2/3 of the function dx. इन दोनों के केसेस में फंक्शन क्या है? क्या ये इंटीग्रेशन स्प्लिट हो रही है या नहीं? 1/3, 1/2, that lies here. 1/3, 2/3, again this is lying here. It means ये इंटीग्रेट स्प्लिट नहीं हो रही. What is the integration of a function? That is the 3x square minus 2x cube. So we can write this is equal to 3x square minus 2x cube, and the limit in case of numerator is from 1/3 to 1/2 divided by same function and its integration is also same, but the limits are different. 1/3 to 2/3. Substitute the upper limit. What we are getting in this case? That is 3. 1 by 2 square. So it is 4. 1 by 2 cube. That is 1 by 8 into 2. That is 4. Minus at lower limit. This is equal to 1 by 3 because this gives you 1 by 9 and it is get cancelled with 3. You will get 1 by 3 minus 2 by 27 divided by, here substitute the upper limit and lower limit. What we have, this is 4 by 3 minus 16 by 27 minus at lower limit the same value. After simplifying this, it gives us 13 by 54 divided by 13 by 27. That is equal to 1 by 2. Now let's calculate the fourth part. We need to determine the value of k such that probability when x is less than k is equal to the probability when x is greater than k. Now how to calculate this probability x less than k? So यहाँ पे maximum limit हमें given है, that is a k, but minimum limit is minus infinity. So we write this is equal to minus infinity to k of the function dx. Or we can write this is equal to 0 to k f of x dx. इसकी लोअर लिमिट क्या रखेंगे हम 0, क्योंकि हमें पता है 0 से पीछे फंक्शन की वैल्यू 0 है and its integration will be 0. So simply we can write directly from 0 to k. On the other hand, p of x greater than k, यहाँ पे हमें lower limit given है, that is a k. So upper limit is infinity. Again हम इस इंटीग्रेशन को ब्रेक कर सकते हैं from k to 1, then 1 to infinity. So we are considering k lies somewhere from 0 to 1. So this can be written as k to 1 f of x. Why we are not taking from 1 to infinity? Because function वहाँ पे 0 है and the integration of 0 is 0. So simply we need to calculate this. अब इस केस में फंक्शंस क्या हैं? That is the same function 6x into 1 minus x. So we can write integration from 0 to k of 6x into 1 minus x dx. And even from here we can write k to 1 integration of 6x into 1 minus x dx. The integration of this one is 3x square minus 2x cube. Lower limit is 0, upper limit is k. And in this case, the same integration value we are getting. Lower limit is k and upper limit is 1. According to the first one, what we have? 3k square minus 2k cube minus 0. And here, upper limit gives us the 1 value minus lower limit. That is 3k square minus 2k cube. This can be further written as 1 minus 3k square plus 2k cube. Now we can equate them because it is given to us probability x less than k is equal to the probability when x is greater than k. After equating them, we can take all these terms on the left hand side. We will get this form. Simplify this, we are getting a cubic equation, that is basically 4k cube minus 6k square plus 1 is equal to 0. From here, you will get the values of k as 1 by 2. Definitely the value of k lies between 0 to 1. You can check it. K is equal to 1 by 2 satisfies this equation. It means for the value of k as 1 by 2, whatever the probability we are getting on the left hand side, the same probability we are getting on the right hand side according to this function.